Yo, what is up YouTube? Lee the Captain here, and I believe that Enjin Coin during the next bull run is gonna have such a ridiculous rally and hypothetically at least go to the price of $20, and during the process, of course, right, hypothetically as well, make all of those Enjin critics come running over to their girlfriend's boyfriend's grandma and start begging for that lime green used bratwurst extender Taylor Swift edition. If you know, you know. However, even though that's neither used bratwurst extender nor financial advice, in today's video, I want to explain several reasons why I believe that could very well happen. And a major reason why I think so, I think is going to boil down to the fact that Enjin, its fundamentals are rock solid. That's what she said. You know, Enjin gives the ability for developers and creators to launch top-tier Web3 games and applications. And Enjin, so far, it's already been involved with many amazing gaming projects. For instance, we take a look at Lost Relics, Six Dragons, Nine Lives Arena, and many others, which I find very impressive. However, the cherry on top for me is the fact that Enjin is even involved with Microsoft as well. And that's not a joke, by the way, because Enjin, they're involved with something called Azure Heroes, which is Microsoft's blockchain-based digital badge rewards program. So the fact that Enjin has even a partnership with Microsoft in the first place, I think that truly speaks volumes. You know, many projects out there that are good have a hard time becoming associated with Microsoft. That's what she said. Let alone if the project was caca, there'd just be no way. So the fact that Enjin can even do this in the first place, I think that truly shows how they're just levels above the majority of the competition. And something that I find very amazing about Enjin is the fact that they're focused on blockchain gaming right now. Think about this, right? A lot of projects out there, they're focused on blockchain gaming, but fundamentally, they're very bad. They're atrocious. But Enjin, it's amazing. It's a lot better than the competition, and I think they're entering the market at a perfect time because when we take a look at this, according to Grandview Research, the blockchain gaming market by 2030 is expected to be worth over $300 billion. You know, that's bigger than some countries' GDP. And the reason why I even showed this statistic is to showcase how, when it comes to blockchain gaming, we really haven't seen anything yet. I think it's relatively still in its infancy. So again, I think it's a perfect time for Enjin to enter right now because I think Enjin, they are anticipating the wave. You know, the wave being blockchain gaming. You know, right now, the wave hasn't come yet, but I think that Enjin is putting themselves in a prime position to catch the wave later on. It's much like surfing, right? If I'm surfing and I want to catch the wave, I have to put myself in a position in the ocean on the board, so then when the wave does come, I'll go along with the ride. However, you know, if let's say someone is 50 feet away, they're trying to chase the wave, there's no way they can swim faster than the waves in the ocean. That's just not a possibility. And I think Enjin, they understand this. Instead of chasing the hype of blockchain gaming later on, they're focused on it right now. So then when the market does take off, again, they're going to go along with the ride. They're going to have a good time. And now I want to talk about something very special, and that is the Enjin blockchain. And when it comes to the Enjin blockchain, a lot of people, they seem to think it's bad for whatever reason, but that's not the case because if we take a look at this, the Enjin blockchain currently can facilitate over 5,000 transactions per second, and it's even able to process upwards of 2,000 mints per transaction, which I think is insane. In addition, the average cost per transaction on the Enjin blockchain is less than a penny. I mean, carajo, porra. That's insanely low. That's very amazing in my opinion. And now, when I talk all about the Enjin blockchain, some people, they may think, oh, you know, there's too many blockchains out there. Why do we need another one? Oh, wow, another blockchain? Why do we need that? There's so many out there. But I disagree because the global blockchain technology market over the next 6 years is anticipated to be worth over $1.4 trillion, which is a very insane amount. And I think when a market size is expected to be that massive, that's what she said, there is going to be room for everyone to eat. And what do I mean by this? You know, for instance, right? When we take a look at the world of cars, there are so many car brands out there. You take a look at Volvo, BMW, Mercedes, Tesla, Rivian, you name it. There's so many, right? But why are all these car brands able to succeed? Why are them in many cases able to hire thousands of employees? And why are them also in many cases able to prosper and become wildly successful? And the reason for that is because the car market, it's so massive. You know, do you think Volvo has 90% market share? It doesn't, right? But it's still regarded as being a very successful car brand. And the reason for that is, again, right, the car market is so massive. So just having a couple % market share, it's already fantastic. Much like in the world of blockchains. You know, a blockchain, it doesn't need 90% market share. You know, that'd be absolutely fantastic. but it's not necessary in my opinion. So when they take a look at the Enjin blockchain, when people say, oh, it's a waste of resources for Enjin to even launch in the first place, I disagree. I think it's going to have its own special niche, so to speak, within the market. Much like car brands, each blockchain, in my opinion, is going to have its own fans, its own unique selling point, and its own targeted market. So I think that the future of the Enjin blockchain could look so bright. You know, other blockchains, they don't have to fail in order for the Enjin blockchain to succeed. You know, other blockchains, they can be successful, but the Enjin blockchain can be as well. However, it doesn't end there, because when it comes to Enjin, they're also focused on NFTs and the metaverse. And now, when it comes to NFTs and the metaverse, I get why a lot of people may be skeptical on its future, because they may think, oh, wow, you know, NFTs are down, a lot of metaverse-related projects, they're not doing that hot right now. And when it comes to that, I agree, especially when you compare it to 2021, 2021 was a hot year for NFTs and metaverse-related projects. But I think that the future could look very different. I think that what we saw back in 2021 is just the beginning. I think that's just a small taste of what's to come in the future. And why do I say this? Because according to Grandview Research, the NFT market by 2030 is expected to be worth over $211 billion. Furthermore, according to McKinsey, the metaverse, they predict, could reach $5 trillion in value by 2030. I mean, isn't that insane? I think moving forward, as the NFT and metaverse market continues to grow, I think so will amazing projects, much like Enjin, that are focused on those markets. People, they may be laughing at NFTs and the metaverse right now, but I think in the future, it could look very different. I think Enjin, it's fundamentally fantastic, and I think it's focused on all the right markets. Furthermore, I think that the next bull run could be legendary, and I think this right here is going to be a major contributing factor, which could very well allow Enjin Coin to hypothetically attain the price of $20 during the next bull run. Because when we take a look back in 2021, during that crazy bull run, at that time, there was roughly only around 300 million people owning cryptos. And even despite that, the bull run that year was that massive. And the reason why I use the words even despite that is because 300 million, around that number, it may sound very impressive, but in reality, it's not that much compared to today, because currently there's over 420 million people around the world owning cryptocurrencies. And just imagine this, right? If the 2021 bull run was that crazy, just imagine now, with this many people owning cryptos, what the next bull run will look like. I mean, I think all of the FOMO, buying pressure, buying volume, altcoin season that we saw back in 2021, I think that could very well be amplified in such a fantastic way during the next bull run. When I consider just how insane the next altcoin season could be, I do think that Enjin Coin is ready to smash through its all-time high price during the next bull run, and at least hypothetically go to the price of $20. And now, of course, that's not a guarantee and that's not financial advice, but what am I doing to prepare myself for that? I am dollar cost averaging. And what that means right there is that anytime I earn any sort of income, I set aside some for Enjin Coin. I just continue to accumulate on a consistent basis on a set schedule over an extended period of time. I don't day trade, I don't swing trade, I don't use leverage, I don't do any of that type of nonsense. I just like to keep it simple. I'm just focused on slowly but surely accumulating more and more. And by doing so, I think that I'm preparing myself for the next bull run in such a fantastic way. I can't wait for the next bull run, and I'm very excited. That's what she said, and I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if Enjin Coin during the next bull run did hypothetically at least go to the price of $20, and during the process, make all of those Enjin critics come running over to their girlfriend's, boyfriend's grandma and start begging, of course, right, for that used bratwurst extender. If you know, you know. And if you want to check out a very interesting video, make sure to go ahead and click on this thumbnail right here. It's a very fantastic video, and I think you all would really love it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch you all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.